kickoff for the Raiders.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First down, Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota.
That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And the Las Vegas.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He was tackled at the 27.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He's checking, he's checking, he's running up. Shot. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Beating the tough yards and running with their fullback. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see a little bit more of McCole Hardman as a receiver in year 2. First year, used him a little bit as a gimmick. Throw it to him occasionally, some jet sweeps, maybe some return game. But he really came on late in the season. 538 yards, 6 touchdowns. A pretty darn good year for a rookie receiver. And really made his huge impact as a return guy. Earned a Pro Bowl nomination in his first season.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score Chiefs 7, Raiders nothing. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set to get this drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Like a freight train there. Derek Nottie with a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
14.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That's the end of the...
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mariota. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working out of the gun, Mariota.
Reception here by Ruggs.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 22, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Kansas City.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Mahomes going to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelsey had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First down, Raiders.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 12, Mariota. That's into the hands of Edwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Mariota now. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
Nelson Aguilar. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Raiders 7. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
throwing the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Now Williams. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger there on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
It's a gain of 7.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelce fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelce.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third and long here for Mariota. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
But it brings up 4th down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
14 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action.
This will make it into the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
1 yard.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, check. Flag down, flag down, flag down.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He was 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mariota to throw it. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Mariota sacked.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field,
and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score, Chiefs 28, Raiders 7. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Mariota throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Bryan Edwards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 2nd down, Mariota again. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
this to Jacobs on the toss right. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
To Josh Jacobs.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Mariota to throw it this time. Aguilar has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Nelson Aguilar with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the counter, here's Williams. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That is the play they needed in the two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And it's complete to Kelsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Raiders 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. He finds an opening past the 40. Reception here by Ruggs. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Mariota. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He'll drop this down to Williams, and he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here we go with Williams. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flushed out right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The second-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Jacobs. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
The keeper,
Jalen Hurts with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Mecole Hardman. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Mecole Hardman on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors them.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
4-yard line.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Today's final score, Chiefs 35, Raiders 21.